Hi everyone, how are you? I think I have chat working, so hopefully I can see your guys' comments. Please say hello if you're with me tonight. We have, just like I promised, I'm going to showcase you the new Stampin' Up! Positioner. It is phenomenal. It's got a lot more perks than the Misty, but if you want to see the differences, I encourage you to watch Erin Jacobson's YouTube video. She does a great comparison on the two different, the Misty and the Stampin' Up! Positioner. So tonight we are going to I'm going to attempt to make 3 cards. In those 3 cards, I'm going to be showing you a couple different techniques with the Stampin' Positioner. But before I do that, I actually want to share with you my next craft along. This, due to the turnaround times of getting product in, it's a short turnaround time. So ordering is only for this week. I think the last day to order the craft along that is scheduled for February 28th will go live is going to be closing on Monday, and we will craft along on February 28th. It might be pre-recorded. It really depends on the day's activities that day, but I will keep you posted. But there's 2 really great options for this month's stamp craft along, and let me show you these beautiful cards. So here we go. If you're with me, please say hello. I don't see any chats or comments, so I can't tell if you guys are watching, but I thought I had it fixed. So our Stampin' Up! Is a one-sheet wonder, and it comes with a stamp set. So very cool. You'll get everything that you need to create. There's some color options for you, but obviously you can create these with any colors that you want. The first one is featuring the Petals of Beauty. We're going to create both of them that day. I'm going to show you how fun it is to create these one-page wonder sheets, and you're going to make 7 cards from one 12 by 12 piece of paper. So this is the stamp set. You're going to get the stamp set along with your craft along, and here are the sample of the cards that I am using. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the sentiment, but you can use your own sentiments. You can use your own stamps for that matter. But this does come with the stamp set. So here are 7 of the cards that I created using the Petals of Beauty. And you have so many different alternatives. Like I created this one as a landscape, but you could also create it as a portrait style. And then the other one is featuring the phenomenal gears and texture. I've had so much playing with this stamp set. So you will get this stamp set along with learning how to create these 7 cards that I created. All fun, very unique. Gosh, I can't remember. It's going to drive me crazy now. I should have looked it up before we went live on the sentiments that I used here. Every card, like when I recreate these are going to look completely different. But there you go. Fun, fun, fun. So that is my craft along. If I didn't post the link below, I will attach the link to this video after I show you the Stampin' Up! Positioner. So the Stampin' Up! Positioner, one of the things that I love about it is the size. It's very lightweight. It fits right in my studio drawer, so it's going to be easy for me to access. It comes with this instructional sheet. It's very simple instruction sheet. Tells you what's included, and it shows you how to create using just the utilization of it, and then also learning how to use this small sidebar right here. So in your Stampin' Up! Positioner, the grid is optional. I was wondering if I was really going to need it, but it's tons of sheets here, and I'm sold. I'm so glad I got that. And then it comes with your tray, and it comes apart very easily. It cleans really easily. The grid, it comes with these 2 magnets, and what's nice about it is, depending on what you're stamping, it has this little lip here, so it's easy to pick up your magnets right from your sheet. And then your grid has these little holes in here, and it fits snug right inside. So very easy to position. Then we have the sidebar positioner, and we're going to make a card using this as well, showing you how easy it is to create that repetitive look and have it evenly spaced. So very fun. Hi Sharon, how are you? Thanks for joining. So on that note, this Stampin' Positioner, the logo is always going to be facing, depending on how you're going to stamp, but uh, I'm typically using it in this vertical format, and it's always going to be here. And it has these really great little push down buttons. So what's really nice about it is that it allows you to put that extra pressure on. You don't need a Stampin' plug. You still want to put some pressure and make sure that you get it evenly placed. But so I'm loving it. Now I've only got to play with it for a couple hours. Again, you get the little instruction sheet with it. The grid pad is sold separately. You are actually able to get the Stampin' Up! Positioner this month. I don't know. A lot of people have been asking me, is this going to be available if I decide not to join as a team member? I honestly can't tell you the answer to that. I don't know. It could be available. I know that they sold the mini die cut machine as a giveaway, as a joint offer, and then I think it was several months later, they took the carryover stock and put it on sale. So whether they're going to make this available to customers after the joint offer, I can't tell you. But you can get this Stampin' Positioner free if you join my team. And the link is in this video as well. Or you can email me at craftwithro@gmail.com. I'd be happy to talk casually with you. No pressure to become a demonstrator, be a hobbyist. Just take advantage of the discounts that are available. I put a challenge out there to my team members that you guys could, sorry Sharon, I'm just reading your comment here. You couldn't find me on my business page. It says I'm streaming to it, so not sure why you couldn't find my business page. So to become a member, it's $99 to join. You get so much free product. You won't get free product of your choice. You're going to get this $50 Stampin' Positioner. I challenge my team members, especially my new ones. Ask your friends. Ask them to join. Take on the challenge and have them invite all their friends, asking them to become a team member. So not necessary to build a business either, guys. So there you go. We're going to show you how to create some really fun cards. My first card here, I took a really simple card. We are featuring the Friendly Foliage stamp set bundle, right? I'm going to create this. We're going to recreate this card. Pretty, very simple. I find using a positioner the most helpful, it's not required, is when you have more of a solid stamp. So first things first is we are going to I'm going to take this off here. Getting organized with it has been a little bit of a challenge for me, only because I have to have everything near me. So we're going to put our little magnets on here, And what I did on this card before we do any stamping is I took one of the textured dies. Actually, they're on Last Chance. We got a ton of stuff that just went to Last Chance. And I just cut the square out, die cut it, and then I cut it at an angle. And what I want to do is use this a little bit as a masking technique. So I am going to actually take my little magnets and place it right on my positioner here. This is why I love this, because I can work right on here with my grid pad. I'm going to take my mini blending brush, and we're going to use Coastal Cabana. So tonight I'm going to do my best. We're going to try to create 3 cards. So I'm just going to get my blending brush going, rub any of the excess off, and I'm just going to go slightly around these edges right here, just to create a soft edge. So I'm just trying to go soft. I didn't really want to go much outside of the border line. I don't mind that I'm going up a little bit. So I have that soft line right there. And then I'm just going to continue to blend in some additional color. And I always tap off my blending brush. I just don't want it to get like blotchy. Just going to grab a little bit more color. Okay. Then we are going to position this with my stamp set from the Friendly Foliage. So the best way, first of all, one of the things that I learned, especially on a new stamp set, you are going to want to season it. So do you guys remember how we season a stamp set? Put it on a block, rub it on your hand, your pant leg, and season it, because all my new stamps that I was using for the first time ended up sticking to the tray. I mean, it was easy to pull off, but so now we're going to position this so that it is right where I want it, and we're positioning it upside down. So the flat side of your stamp is on the bottom, or the flat side is on the top. We're going to make sure that my card is on here straight. And then we're going to take our positioner. Oops. This always is going to be to your right. And we're just going to stamp down. And there it is right there. So now we just have to ink this up. I am using our charcoal gray. I love the contrast of these 2 colors. And it's easy just to go like this and stamp it up. And remember, because we have this positioned in the exact spot, if we don't get a solid stamp print, we can re-stamp. Now, I do have a little bit of ink on here, but because of these, I'm not sure what we're going to call them, but the extra ink that's on here will not hit my card. So we're just going to stamp down. So I do have a few little specks there. I'm just going to go one more time right over the center. And we have a beautiful imprint. Okay, so the one thing I did want to share with you is we could have, but I didn't, position the sentiment at the same time I was positioning this. So I am so out of get well cards that I'm gonna reposition this. We're gonna put this again upside down. My get well sentiment's gonna go right there. I can now take this off. And we are going to take this down. And I could have done this all at the same time. I wasn't thinking. I'm going to ink up our sentiment. I'm getting way too much ink on here. But look how easy this cleans off. So nice. Ta-da! Add this back onto my stamp sheet. All right, we're going to quickly create this card. I can move our positioner out of the way and we can just finish this. So I am layering this on top of charcoal gray. And this is your normal 8.5 by 5.5. Score at 4 1/4 or just fold in half. And before we mount that on here, I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive right here, and I'm going to add some twine. You guys see my new gadget here? Actually, it looks like I'm finishing off my roll. I can get it out. That's the trick when I put 2 rolls in. There we go. Okay. So we're just going to line this up. I'm going to wrap it around a couple times. Create a cute little bow. Huh. I'm not sure why you guys can't find me on my page. It said that I was streaming. I will repost it on my page tomorrow morning. I do hear a lot of dinging going on, so I have a funny feeling you guys are not the only ones that can't find me on my page. All right, now we're going to add this. Whoops, too much pressure. And line that up. And add a few gems and a little bit of an accent here. So a ton of embellishments also went on sale at Last Chance. And I was amazed at some of the stamp sets, more than 50% off on Last Chance. So I need to do some trimming. I didn't bring my scissors over to the table, but there we go. Very fun, simple card using our Stampin' Positioner. So that's one card that we created. Next, I'm going to show you, actually, I didn't ask Tammy for permission, but Tammy sent me this beautiful, beautiful card. And I am like, wow, we just highlighted this last week in our exclusive virtual event. So I thought I would highlight this again and try to recreate this card that Tammy did, a little bit different. And I learned something because this is a cling stamp set that we're using on here that we're going to use for the positioner. And we are going to do some embossing, which is always good. But as you can see on mine, I kind of messed up, but I learned my lesson on what I needed to do because I didn't mount my sheet properly on the, I didn't use my magnets like I should have on the Stampin' Positioner. So we are going to take this and move this out of the way. And I am going to, so on this particular one, because it's a cling stand set, I can't use the magnets on here. So what I am going to do is take a little bit of adhesive and line this up to keep this from moving on me, because the likelihood of using this and getting a full coverage the first time is probably slim to none. So I'm going to do my best to line this up. It's not going to cover the whole stamp set. Grab my position. Grab my positioner. This thing wants to keep moving. So you can still use this with cling stamp sets. And what I'm going to do is we're going to Versamark this up. And because this is such a big, large, solid stamp set, I'm like, I should be able to get a really, really good impression, even if I have to come down a second time on here. But I wanted to see, although, you know, our cling stamp sets are going away, there are, like this one is still available. It's not on Last Chance. Okay, let's see how good of an impression I've got. So it looks like I'm still a little weak around the edges here. So we're going to add some more. Now you got to remember when you're looking at this and where you need to add your ink is going to be a mirror image of it. So let's see if I can get a little bit of a better impression. So you do have this support that's going down, but your clean stamp set is a little bit thicker, a lot thicker than our photo polymers. So it looks still a little bit weak, and it looks weak right around here and right around there. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. Add some heavier duty pressure. All right, a lot better. It's still not perfect, but it is a lot better. So I can take this off and put this away. And then we're going to grab this off. And we are going to, actually I'm going to grab one of my grid sheets here. And we are going to add some white powder on here. Try to keep it all on the paper. Yeah, it looks like I just have some of the edges. And carefully pick this guy up. There we go. And let's put some heat to this guy. So Tammy, this was such a beautiful card. I meant to text you and say, hey, I'm using your card you sent me as inspiration tonight. So we're going to put some heat to it. It's going to take a while, but you'll see it getting really glossy. Starts to change a little bit of color. There's the magic. So when I am embossing such a large image, I try to stay in a pattern, keep it rotating the heat gun, but so I don't miss. I have a tendency to miss the edges, so. And I'm right now just looking for duller spots that might not have taken. Go around my edges one more time. And there we go. Okay, so then I took a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and we're going to layer that on top. And what I did on this card is exactly what Tammy did. On the cloud cover base, she distressed it. I took a dauber and just took Night and Navy ink and placed it around the edge. And we'll layer this on our card base. Kim, I'm glad you found me. Did you find me on YouTube too? Because nobody can find me on my business page. Then I took our Prayers for Promises stamp set. Guys, this is sold out 3 times. It's in stock right now. This is like a must-have. If you need a get well card or a sympathy card, thinking of somebody, this is the perfect stamp set. So I highly encourage you guys to take advantage of it while it's back in stock. So here we are going to add a dimensional on the back of here. I think I'll get a larger dimensionals. And then I'm going to just kind of do, let's see if I can do like, no, a loop-de-loop. And I'm going to take one of my glue dots. I'm going to position it right there. And we're going to take another glue dot. Secure it. Going to give me a hard time. There we go. Boy, oh boy, did I goof that up. All right. We're going to add that like right there. Take off. So again, this is from the texture die set, this die right here. And that is, these, they're an assortment of 6 rectangles. It's really nice, and they're on Last Chance. To me, these dies are a must-have. All right, so I still think that Tammy's came out nicer than mine. She did a really good job, but that is creating it with a cling stamp set using an embossing technique. And then last card we are going to make, I made this card, and I'm going to show you how to take advantage of the positioner bar that comes with your positioner. And I made this really fun card, and I just noticed I didn't put any embellishments on there. I don't know. I would literally, guys, I was making this like an hour and a half before. It's been one of those days. So we are going to take our positioner, and I'm going to mount my card base. And we are using, now this was the stamp product of the month last month. It is still available. So if you don't like the new paper that they're offering, you can still get this if you didn't take advantage of this the last time. But we are going to create this happy birthday card. And I am going to position this upside down where I want my very first sentiment to go. And then we're going to take, so this again has those spongy little connectors. And we're going to line it up with these two what do you call these tags here? We're going to line that up like that. So we're going to go down here since that's too high. There we go. And that is on there perfectly. And we're going to use a bunch of different colors. I'm going to go with a purple theme, like I did on my other card. And one of the things that I did notice with the stamp, I mean, you can take it and you can go like this. But for me, what's been easier for me is just laying it flat and inking it up this way. And we're going to line that up. And I just noticed before I mount down, I did not put my magnets on. So I am going to get my magnets on here so that my paper doesn't move. All right. We're going to clean that off. Go to my next color, which is Petunia Pop. So if you ever need something to, as a repetitive, this is like the perfect option. You ever want that to, you know, we've all done a repetitive kind of gradient look before, and we never, you know, offset, not perfect. So now we're just going to go down 2 more slots. Clean that off. So if you really are looking for that difference between the Misty and the Stampin' Up! Positioner, I, like I said, have never been a fan of the Misty. How often have you guys seen me use it? Erin Jacobson has a really great video out there comparing the two products with the pros and cons. Yeah, Tammy, nobody can find me on my page. I don't know why, because it says that I'm streaming to it, but I'll have to check it out after. We have several of you guys here. I just showed off your gorgeous card, Tammy, that you made me. I did a duplicate of it. So I'm going to reach out to you and let you know. And next thing you know, it was 7 o'clock. So this is our Highland Heather. And again, we're just going to bring this down. And clean this off. And we are going to go with our gorgeous grape. Fun, simple card. Now, if any of these didn't imprint easily or correctly, I could have just retaken my positioner and restamped it. Okay, so we're done with that. We're done with our positioner. I do want to share with you another thing. I haven't had a chance to use this technique, but on here, you also have a little arrow here. So say you were creating a card and you wanted it perfectly to line up right in between there. So it has the indents, the impressions there for you to, so if you wanted something more on an angle, it's got the perfect setup for you guys to do that. And I can put this away and we can create the rest of our card. So I'm layering this on top of Highland Heather. And I didn't pull out my purple embellishments, which I had every intention to. And we're gonna take our 8.5 by 5.5 card base. This is Gorgeous Grape. We did not fold that perfectly. There we go. And I'll throw definitely some embellishments on here after. But this is using the Fabulous Sayings stamp set. This is what we used. This is the stamp set. So to create this card, I just did the exact same thing. And I used the hello. And I just went along down a strip of, I think this is 1.5 by 5.25. I did rainbow colors. Need to add something else there. But let's show off the other cards. This is the one that Tammy made that's gorgeous. These are the ones that we recreated using a clean stamp set on the positioner. And our last card is featuring the Friendly Foliage card. So, you guys, that's it. So I will look into why it's not showing on my business page. I will take this link from YouTube and then post it on there so you guys can have access to it, at least for the 30 days. This video is always going to be on YouTube. So, again, it's a great opportunity to take advantage of now. Now is the time. If you want the Stampin' Up! Positioner, please join my team. Be a hobbyist. Don't worry about being a business. Take advantage of a great discount, 20% off, and that even includes sale items when they're marked down. Any of the promotions, we get the promotion and our discount on top of it. But if you'd like to talk a little bit more, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to chat about with you. No pressure, but I'd love to have you on my team as well. So thanks, guys, and I will see you next Tuesday. I'll see many of you this weekend at my in-person event. So looking forward to hanging out with you guys and looking forward to coming back to you guys next Tuesday night live right here. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.